Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
From the fast, we go to the slow. I'm talking about one-day cricket, which just takes longer. I'm not saying anything else. Just saying it just takes a little longer. That's all. We have 3 ODIs that are being played. Seem a little anticlimactic now because this World Cup's not till next year. But there's 2 in London at the Oval and then at Lord's. And then it moves to the Old Trafford in Manchester for the 3rd one-day international. I think these are happening on, was it 14th, 16th, 19th? Is that correct? Yeah. 12th? Oh, this 12th, sorry. 12th, 14th, 17th.
12th, 14th, 17th.
I'm not doing them, sir. I'm going to be on holiday anyway. But let's have a look at the team because there's a few changes that are coming in here. He's on his way to West Indies to be captain of the 3 games there. So Shikhar Dhawan is going to pit stop first in England and open with his old pal, Rohit Sharma. Rohit loves it. Rohit loves the left-hander opposite him walking out. So Shikhar Dhawan is there. And as you look down, I think that's and Prasidh Krishna. So he joins the team. Shardul Thakur joins the team. Mohammad Siraj. I mean, by joins, I mean they're there right now, but they weren't in the squad for these T20s. And Arshdeep, who was in the squad for only the first T20, is there for this one-day series. So it's looking good there, I guess. But if you look at the top, you're seeing Rohit, Shikhar, you see Virat, I guess. And that brings you to that question, Zach, Surya or Shreyas? I mean, you sometimes have to ask questions that you know the answer to, but I'm still have to ask.
Well, I think see both of them can play.
Of course,
it depends, how they're looking at it. So we have to wait for the first ODI to start. Like how we are looking at. There are so many options right now again. But I think Surya should get a go ahead.
Should play at 4, right? Because Rishabh will play at 5, Hardik will play at 6, Ravindra Jadeja at 7. Does that look like the team to you? And bowlers, of course, depends on the surface. But does that look like a plausible top 7 for you, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, India have got so much quality in depth that they've just got to try and get the combinations right. Sky has to play. I mean, he's just played the most ridiculous innings, so he certainly plays. I guess the pinnacle point is Virat. That's what the series will be highlighted, that India need Virat back to form. They need him scoring those runs. And, it was only a few years ago we were saying he's the greatest chaser in white ball history with the way that he used to chase down any target. So he's a wonderful player. I've seen glimpses over here that he's not far off. He really isn't far off from a real special innings. And I hope we see it in the next week or so. I really want Virat back scoring consistent runs because, you see that shot down the ground. So it's only Virat Kohli can play just a few strokes, but you remember the one stroke. Surya Kumar played some great shots, but that check drive down the ground for 6 today off Virat. You're like, oh, I want a bit more of that. So hopefully in the next week or so we can see Virat back to form. And I just know from Indian cricket and the kind of way that the fans are that he's the pinnacle point of this team at the minute. That everyone's looking at Virat. Can you get a century? It's been such a long time. Can he find that form and consistency before he has a little bit of a breather? I think that's going to be the talking point for the next 7 or 8 days.
And this format is a lot more in his wheelhouse. So he'll like that, take his time and, settle in and then, of course, go. And we've seen him do that a lot in one-day internationals. So could this be the series that wakes up the sleeping giant from his slumber? Can we get 100 from him? I'll just get Zach quickly in on the India bowlers before we move on to the England squad. We have Prasidh Krishna there and Arshdeep there as well. Shardul coming in. Who would you like to see? The first match is happening in the Oval. Who would you like to see? Because there's Bumrah and Shami. You always want to favor them first when it comes to quick bowlers. But what would you like to see as the makeup?
I think Bumrah and Shami for sure. Those are definitely going to be your starters. And then you'll have Shardul maybe playing that role of an all-rounder. So you need that balancing all-rounder, and Siraj also is someone between Prasidh Krishna and Siraj. One will get a go ahead. So you will have 4 seamers for sure. That's the way they'll look to balance. Until and unless if Hardik is going to be contributing with the ball, then they'll have a different plans. But if not, then they will look at Shardul as well.
I don't know, Zach. Also, he was not part of Mumbai this year, so only our dear friend Ashish Nehra can tell us whether Hardik's back is good enough for 7 or 8 overs, perhaps. But if they can get even 4 or 5, then Hardik in white ball cricket is also just something else at this point in time. All right, let's have a look at the England squad and see who's coming in for them. We have the big names that are checking in. Yes, there is Johnny Bairstow and there is Ben Stokes. You look at this team and certainly, I mean, with those two coming in, just those two, that's proper world class there. Let's not even talk about Joe Root because he's in the form of his life. But with Root, Bairstow and Ben Stokes, you've got, what is that? Is that your 4-5-6? Is that your 3-4-5?
Oh, Livingston will be in there somewhere as well. You're never quite sure what the lineup will be, but they'll all play. Just watch out for Bryden Cars. Seamer from Durham, he bowls quickly, bowls like a similar angle to Richard Gleeson. He'll play. They'll give him a game or two. Whether they rest 1 or 2 of the T20 players for Tuesday because they've just come on the back of a 3-match series, we'll have to wait and see. But England will be strong. They'll be strong, and the wicket at the Oval will be flat. The outfield is rapid. England got to 498 against the Netherlands. I don't think that's possible against India, but it wouldn't surprise me over the next week or so if we see a 400 struck in the 50-over format.
Who are your openers? Who are you opening with?
We'll go Roy and Bairstow in 50-over cricket, and then the glue comes in at 3, Joe Root, and then it's it's like a pick out the hat. What kind of combinations you want from number 4 downwards? It could be Ben Stokes, could be Livingston, could be Harry Moeen Ali, could be Harry Brook. I'm not too sure. Josh Butler, obviously, where they're going to bat him. He might bat at number 4, actually. They've been pushing him up the orders, so Josh Butler might bat 4 in 50-over cricket. You're never quite sure. The dangerous thing, then, because they've got lots of different combinations, and I don't think they're ever going to be, I think the top 3 is pretty much set in stone, but after that, any one of them could stroll out there.